Well, welcome to it. This is part 2 of 3 of building my own backyard terrain park. In this part, we're going to be putting together and getting the materials to build the snow gun to produce a little bit of snow. I just got a winter weather advisory, which is really good because we're supposed to get 2 to 5 inches of snow, which is going to help out a lot, like I talked about in the last video. If you haven't seen that, link is in the top left-hand corner or the right-hand corner of the screen, one of those two. It's going to pop up right about now. But without any hesitation, let's get to building. Actually, first, here's part of the snow gun that I've put together so far. It looks kind of small, but the pipes have to be small to keep the pressure up. There's gonna be a cap with holes in it, which is gonna shoot out the snow. The air goes in the back, and the water's gonna come up from the bottom. I bought the wrong part, so we have to go return that and get a new one. We're gonna go to Tractor Supply, Home Depot, and then ultimately make some snow at the end of the night. Before we go do anything crazy, I pumped some air in the air compressor, and we're gonna test just if this thing shoots air. Since the water's not connected, we can't actually shoot any water, and it's not getting cold enough to make snow till like 3 a.m. tonight. But we're gonna hook the gun up just to make sure it's the right fitting and that it does in fact shoot air. Looks pretty legit. Now let's open her up. Valve works, seals pretty good. It does shoot air. All right, so we got our stand here made for the gun, and it's gonna shoot out like this, but we got a few more attachments to put on here. We already drilled the hole in the cap to spray the snow. We might have to adjust that as well later on, but everything's going well so far. Something's bound to happen. We're gonna get this gun fully together, put it on the stand, and we'll show you guys, and then we'll get to making some snow later. All right, so I decided we'll just finish this gun on video. We needed to add the water supply adapter, which is what we're gonna do right now. We have a regular closed nipple here we're gonna attach onto the valve. This nipple is gonna attach to some galvanized steel, which will attach to another brass piece that lets us pull straight from a regular garden hose. Gotta seal it off, make sure there's no leakage. No leakage. This ain't working. Cut the film. All right, so we got the holes for the hoses drilled down there. This is gonna be an all-in-one stand. All you're gonna have to do is go boom, hook the air up, hook the water up, no running hoses to this from this thing. The gun itself is going to have all its own hose connection, so it's going to be hose connecting to hose down there eventually. Yeah, it's looking pretty sweet. I'll get back to you when it's all put together and we have it out in the yard. So we got it all out in the yard. We got our water hooked up. It is rain, which is going to be snow later. I'm excited. Even more snow from our gun. So we got the air compressor in the shed, which is going to be like our camp out all night. We'll fire the air compressor up. It's going to be very loud, but we'll flip a few switches. Water's already on, and you will see us make some snow. It's raining, so it's not going to be made right now. A wet bulb is too high, but later this will be snow coming out of this machine. Air all the way, and we got a little water. Yeah, baby! So we're inside. It was a little bit wet, and it's obviously not the right temperature for snow. Dalton's gonna come down. I'm gonna show him. I'm soaked right now, but I'm gonna wake up 3 in the morning. The wet bulb will be low enough, and we'll get firing. We're supposed to get up to 5 inches of natural snow too, which is gonna help. If you watched the last video, I explained how the hill is gonna work with the plows and whatnot. So go watch the last video. I'm gonna keep pushing that, and there's gonna be a part 3 of us shredding this thing later this week. So yeah, it's gonna be sick. All right, so it's currently 8 in the morning. And the wet bulb conditions still aren't the best to make some snow, but the wind makes it really cold, so I hope we can get some snow starting to get on the ground. But all day today and later tonight, it's gonna be prime conditions. Yeah, it's definitely a lot colder than it was last night at like 3. Glad I waited. We should definitely be able to make some snow right now. It's gonna be a process, of course, but what isn't? Our line is ready. Let's get some air and turn the gun on. And we are blowing. Passed out for 2 hours, woke up. We got snowfall coming. Let's go fire the gun. We're grooming the box now. Then we're gonna groom the rail. Then we're gonna build a jump and hope it snows more. So we're currently taking what snow we can, moving it over to build the park right now, and then we're gonna get some more powder and whatnot, which will help just lay down the base on the rest of the terrain. Thanks. It's too bad it was warm last night because now can't make snow right now. Gotta wait till tonight. So we're having some snacks. All right, so didn't build the jump yet, but the box is done. It's snowing really bad right now, I'm sorry. And the rail is done. For now, we're gonna work on it a little bit more though. We got the gun still going. Mark's about to head out. So we made about 1 inch, 2 inches last night, but we built a new gun with some of the old parts. Got a few new ones. It has the water sprayer up top, which is gonna spray a fine mist. And then we have the bottom, which is gonna spray air and a little bit of water. They call that the nuke. It's gonna be the nucleator or some high, low pressure BS that I don't really know too much about, but this is how they're made, and we're gonna hook it up and get it firing and start shredding. All right, so we should have water to this thing. Let's test. We got some type of water going now. So the nucleator didn't work out as well as I expected, mostly because I don't have the right nozzle on the straight water gun. So we just went back to running the air and the water at the same time through the same line. And then we're gonna go get the board right now and start shredding this thing. So stay tuned for part 3. Thank you guys for watching. If I have any updates on how much snow I'm actually gonna make tonight, right here, I will post that later in the video or in the next video, which is part 3. So make sure you stay tuned for part 3 of us shredding this part. While I was running the snowmaker over dinner, we went inside for a half hour. And while it was running, the water stopped. All my water lines froze outside, and I could not make any more snow for the time being. So that's what went wrong, and that's kind of how this video ended. But we did make a couple inches of snow, which is going to help.